Hey there, and welcome to a fabulous, awesome, amazing Chubs Gone Wild. Are you feeling it?
Well, I'm just looking at my page and it hasn't been updated.
What? Oh, your what page? Your Trello?
Trello.
Well, I wonder if Facebook owns that because
Nope,
apparently.
now it's there.
Oh, okay, so we're good. It's probably a Twitter-based thing. Whew. Well, Twitter and TikTok, they're going strong. Facebook and Instagram, I have no idea what's going on. It's all under the bridge. Anyway, this is episode 4. I don't know. It is all episode 414 of Chubs Gone Wild, recorded on October 4th, 2021. And as I said, it's October 4th, 2022. And today it will be apparently about 91 degrees and partly cloudy.
No, that's called haze.
Okay.
Smoke. It's the fires coming up from Southern California now.
Oh gosh. I just if somebody would get out there and sweep the forest like they're supposed to, this may not happen.
Rake the forest.
Oh, I don't know. Sweeping would get some of the dirt out of it too.
Well, dirt doesn't burn.
Oh, well, that's true. I know, because I've met
2 o'clock, girl. 2 o'clock.
I've met some guys that just won't burn. Anyway, all right. It's 27 days until Halloween.
No.
And I know, right? That's so whatever. It is 82 days until Christmas, and
God.
I know, it's Thanksgiving in Canada today, right now.
What?
Isn't that insane?
Yeah, they always do it on Mondays. It's weird.
Yeah. Monday.
Well, let's hope we get some pictures from our Canadian friends of their Thanksgiving dinners.
That would be very cool. I have a lot of Canadian friends because of, being a Corey Hart fan. So hopefully I'll see some of their dinners or something. I don't know. Maybe they're not like us. I mean, we post everything. We're like, here's the piece of pie that I ate three days after Thanksgiving. Not there.
What kind of pie was it?
I would think it would be pecan maple.
The Canadians eat things without maple syrup on it, just to let you know.
Oh, that's not true. I watched a show.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's also 52 days until American Thanksgiving and 90 days until season 2 of Call Me Kat. And with that, let's go ahead and check and see what other holidays besides Thanksgiving in Canada that we celebrate today. Starting with, there we go. Today is the blessing of the animals at the cathedral day. That's a beautiful day. Also, blue shirts, child health, cinnamon rolls, the day of unity, E-Day. So not eBay, but E-Day. Improve your office. International Toot Your Flute Day. We all know what that means. National Consignment Day.
Wait, is that a masturbation thing?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. Also, National Golf Day. Ships in Bottles Taco. Today's National Taco Day.
Everyone's talking about it. Did you not watch the news at all today?
Oh, honey, I don't watch the news.
They had taco trucks out at all the news stations.
Oh, I would have been there. I love tacos. Tacos are wonderful. Anyway, then here's your day. This is like your God-given holiday. It's National Vodka Day. That's awesome. All right. Also, 10/4, World Animal, World Architecture, and World Habit Day. You know what I thought was amusing? So I've been working in my father's room, which I'll talk about later. And I've been listening to a lot of Swanner and Judd. Like, I listen to them anyway, but with things wonky, I'm about 5 episodes behind, and I'm listening to it, and I hear you shaming alcoholic. It was
Alcohol.
horrible. Like you were shaming, like, oh, they're just a mess. They're drunk all the time. They can't stop drinking. And I'm just like,
Who?
honey,
Who's
you were saying this. And I was just laughing the whole time.
as a
thinking,
reference
"Do you
to
have any
what?
idea?" That's a good question. One of the
See,
shows you were watching.
I think
I
you're.
mean, you weren't shaming anyone in real life. You were talking about like somebody that had to be a mess on the show. Oh, it was some sitcom, and it was an aunt.
Oh, that's the Chicago party aunt.
Oh, but you're all like, oh yeah, she's a mess. She's drunk all the time.
Well, she's drunk or stoned all the time. She's in her 40s. She can't hold a job. You know, if you're a functional alcoholic, you're fine with me. But as soon as you're showing up, you wake up in the morning, you go out and pick up the newspaper, and there's your aunt sleeping on your doorstep, smelling like a brewery. That's a problem. And I'm shaming those. Okay, let me tell you somebody I shamed yesterday.
Oh, okay. Was it Brian?
I'm at Costco, right?
Oh, yeah.
And we're getting lunch, and this woman double parks against the side, where the cafe is.
Gotcha.
She double parks there, going the wrong direction. She's got a giant Saint Bernard in the back seat that she rolls down the window this much, and it was 90 degrees yesterday.
Oh yeah,
because it was around three or four when we were there. She gets out and goes and orders herself a chicken bake at the cafe. And the whole time she's looking very irritated because it was very slow for her to get her food. So she's very irritated that she's breaking the law with her traffic. She's got this poor dog in the back seat of a car. Then she finally gets her food, comes over, gets in the thing into her car. And instead of leaving, she pulls out a gallon container, one of those gallon drink holders, and goes and fills it up with Pepsi that she didn't pay for.
Oh.
And so the whole time I didn't say anything because I figured she was a Karen and I didn't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I don't justify to me your bullshit, lady.
Right.
I just gave her the eye as she walked, and my inside voice is going, judging you.
Wow.
Yeah.
That
and
is somebody
she took off, and she was putting on her seatbelt as she drove away.
Now that's a mess. Yeah, that's definitely a mess. Poor dog.
Okay. And what were you saying?
All right. Well, I was also saying that today's affirmation is my creativity guides me to new endeavors and outlets for my talents. Oh, that's so sweet.
Wait, you have talent?
One or two.
Okay.
I don't use it much, so you probably haven't seen it in a while.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
I hear you clean a bedroom really well.
Oh, we'll talk about that later. Patreon offers folks a way to support creators and receive rewards not open to the general public, like special podcasts, books, videos, and more. And we want to thank our current patrons: Clinton Ufine Nick, DJ Star Sage from Univaz, Timothy Eric, Brother Sinatus, Phoenix Dave, Moose P, and Sean. Please consider becoming a patron of the show for as little as $1 a month by visiting patreon.com/MattBurlingame. Nephi called me out on saying $1 a day again. So always got to have some critic. I don't need the inner critic, that little voice inside your head. I don't need that. I have enough outside.
Well, we're here for you.
That's all I need. That's all I need. All right. Well, we got some more birthdays coming up here. Oh, but we don't know what they are because Facebook is down.
Wah, wah.
So if you have a birthday coming up this week, we celebrate you. Happy birthday. We hope you're okay. We won't know because Facebook is down. Yeah. Twitter's up, though. I just heard. Anyway. So we did get a little bit of feedback. Mr. Sean wrote in and said the Foundation show is based on the novels of Isaac Asimov, began writing in the 1940s. Curious to see how the show turns out, as the books are heavier in dialogue than in action. It's interesting. I'm kind of interested in that.
Well, they are so well done that looks great because it's all space, it's all science fiction. So that aspect is great. It's just like this last episode, it started what was it, 3,000 years ago, and then 5,000 years ago, and it's just like I told Sean, I said, you have to keep watching the show with me because you need to explain to me what's going on. It's not that Sean's going to know better than I am. It's just if he's not there, I don't have somebody I can go, wait, what did they just say? What does that mean? Where are they going? I don't remember this.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, that was oh yeah, okay, I remember. Yeah. So
yeah.
But I mean, it's really well made, but it's everywhere in time.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm curious to watch it.
Well, it's interesting because the leader of the Empire is a cloned version of himself from 3,000 years ago. So instead of getting a new leader or passing it on to a son, they're just they're cloning the same guy over and over again, and there's always 3 versions of him alive. There's the older, wiser version. There's the 30s, 40s. I am the superior leader. I'm this hot guy, and then there's the young child. So interesting. Okay. I hear Trump's looking into it.
Oh gosh. All right. Well, that sounds very interesting, and I actually, that does look really interesting. So I will be checking that out. In the meantime, it's time to get on to Chub Hugs, and well, I want to send a Chub Hug out to my stepmother and her family for all the help they have given me in the last week or so. I cannot tell you how valuable that has been. And I had another Chub Hug that I wanted to send out too, but now it has left my head, unfortunately. What you got?
Well, I want to thank my husband for helping me clear out the summer garden and plant the winter garden. It's just, he doesn't like to do these things. So when you can get him to do them, you take advantage of it.
Yeah. That's very
he's like, can't we pay somebody to do this? I'm like, come on, it's just going to take a little bit to do it. And it's however short I think it's going to be, it's always much, much longer to do. Those tomatoes, pulling out the old tomatoes, even though they weren't producing, they're still huge and they're wrapped all in the baskets, and yeah, it was ugly.
Yeah.
And it was hot.
Yeah. What's with that? It's October.
Well, the interesting thing though is my house, I haven't had to turn on the air conditioning for weeks because I think it's something different with the heat level, the heat index, that because the sun's no longer coming straight down on us.
Right.
It's starting to curve to the south. And so, I think that has to do with something. I'm not sure what. That's my technical weather report here.
Okay. No, I would buy into that. Actually, it is a little bit different and it's more bearable. But let me tell you, there's been a couple days recently that are just like, wow, it's hot today.
Yeah. And by the way, I want to have some tacos and a cinnamon roll from Cinnabon only, extra frosting. Nice. And a vodka martini to celebrate the day.
I think that sounds absolutely wonderful. I'll skip the vodka though and have something else. But the rest of it sounds awesome. First time I had a cinnamon bun so good.
I know, it just makes you want to wrap it around your body and take a nap. It's so yummy.
Okay, we'll go with that. All right, current topics. This dad walked in on his son putting on makeup. His unexpected reaction will warm your heart. Is that what you want to do? The father asked the son, because if that is what you want to do, you'll be okay. I'll be okay with you. That's very sweet. And there's a video that goes with it.
Oh, okay. So it's not real.
No, it's real. Like this dad really walked in on his son making a video of himself putting on makeup.
Oh, okay.
And was the son, like, I guess flipped out the lights or something, or was all freaking out. And then the dad's like, no, it's okay. I'll be okay with you. Don't worry. Anyway, Lil Nas X had the perfect response to a homophobic meme about him. Lil Nas X didn't even get mad. He just wanted the haters to go do better. It's a much better angle. Okay, that works. A university marching band blows fans away with a halftime show about support for LGBTQ rights. The University of Michigan marching band brought fans to their feet. Switzerland overwhelmingly reaffirms marriage equality in national referendum. Final figures are reflecting that nearly 2 of every 3 Swiss voters supported the measure, despite conservative efforts to stoke outrage and overturn the law. And then finally, Bowen Yang becomes full-time repertory cast member of Saturday Night Live. He joined the show as a featured player just 2 years ago. Now, the LGBTQ Nation Heroes Award nominee is a member of the cast full-time. Yay.
No, he's not the first full-time gay cast member, but
really, who is?
Well, there was people in the past, and don't forget Kate McKenna's gay. So
oh yeah,
and I think Hunky
Brewster.
No, there's a one of the black cast members. I think she's gay as well.
Okay. Is she gay? What's her name? The big black woman.
No. She's not gay.
Oh, well, I don't care. I love her anyway. She's so fucking funny.
You check out her new show, Supermarket Sweep.
Okay.
She's hilarious, and it's always these there are always these gay guys. It's just like there's 3 teams and one of them's always queer.
Okay, yeah, I'll definitely check that. I mean, I really love her. Like everything that she does is so damn funny. I remember when she used to get together with what's his name? I don't remember. Not Jon Stewart. Who's the other one who does the more
Trevor Noah?
No. Dude. He used to be on Saturday Night Live.
Oh wow. That really
late night talk show host. He used to be on Saturday Night Live, and now it's time for more in-depth minute or something. Anyway, most people know who I'm talking about. Anyway, when he and her got together and they did this series where they would watch Game of Thrones and talk about it, just so fucking hilarious.
Hunky Johnson.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, she's one of the. I think she's a feature cast member, but she's been on the show for a while too. So
actually, one of my longtime friends, well, Facebook and industry friends, was actually on Saturday Night Live this week, but you didn't really know who he is because he played a body double for Owen Wilson.
Okay.
Who looked much better in the stills than he did on the show.
Oh, I thought he looked great. It's just, well, see, what I like about the shows are when you have like real comedians on, funny people, is the show's funny.
Yes. Yeah.
And next week we have Kim Kardashian. Can you imagine how funny that's going to be?
I actually heard a couple of people say they were purposely not going to watch the show because of that.
Okay.
I don't care myself.
Yeah, I don't care. I just want the show to be funny.
Right.
I don't care if they have fried chicken as the host, as long as the fried chicken can be funny.
Yeah, and not Chick-fil-A fried chicken. Just saying.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Anyway,
You get your gay flag waved at you today. Good for
that's
you.
right. There we go. All right. Tom wants to talk to you about.
Oh, is it that time already?
Oh, quick.
Oh, okay. Well, as I said, the winter garden's in. Actually, I don't have the onions in yet, but the onions are little tiny, teeny onions about the size of a thimble. And so all you have to do is dig a hole, boom, 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 just right down the line. Nice. And then you saw what happened 2 years ago. We got a ton of onions all at the same time.
Yeah.
Still wonderful. So that was fun. And I increased my herb garden, hoping that it survives the winter, because it certainly can't survive the summer. Fucking hot weather. Okay, let's see. This week, first of all, I heard that the last episode of season 2 of Evil dropped yesterday, and I want to cry.
Oh.
I thought we had more episodes. I just thought we had more. But last week we did have an exorcism, and let's see, Father David, who's one of the 3 investigators, he was on the exorcism with the exorcist, and they're going after this one character, the funny character on the show, who's working with the demons. And so, like, during the exorcism, he's like, oh, it's so painful. And then he'll look over at David and go, and then oh, but he asked Kristen, who is the female investigator, to come and watch to see if, she sees personality bullshit with him. And, but what's happening is they don't know that she's been kind of possessed over the last season. So as they're exercising Leland, which isn't working, she's in the other room vomiting and, like in such pain because they're exercising her by chance, within an earshot, they're exercising her. So it's stupid funny. The show's so good. It's so much fun. Anyway, Big Brother last week, Xavier won, who's the beautiful Xavier. And he should have won, but he had Derek up against him. And Derek was the one, he's fat, he's lazy, he thinks he knows better than everybody else. He thinks he's the conniver. He thinks all he did all summer long was sleep and poop and eat. And they actually did montages of what little he was actually doing on the show.
And don't you do a podcast with him?
Well, it sounds more like me. Are you kidding? Sleep, eat, and shit. But it's so funny because everybody would want to take Derek to the final because no one would vote for him because he did nothing. But he thought he did everything. Wait till he sees how they portrayed him on the show. And he goes, oh my God, all I did was poop, shit, and eat. No, poop, eat, and shit. No, poop, eat, and sleep. There we go.
What a beautiful man.
Xavier.
Yes.
Xavier? I know. I just wanted to pick me up and carry me to the bedroom.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. On American Horror Story, we moved into the double feature, the second one, which is about aliens. And we have 2 storylines running. The one in 1950 where we first spot aliens. We first, the ship first comes down where they find the aliens, and they're starting to take, they're actually possessing people or whatever aliens do. And then it's modern day where these 4 young hip people are camping in the desert, and they have some strange things that happen. So as they're leaving, their car all of a sudden stops and light comes over them, and then they wake up later all in different seats, and they're like, just get us out of here. So they go home, and within days they find out that all 4 of them are pregnant, including 2 men. Well, so they don't know what's going on there. So it looks like it's going to be a fun double feature show. So let's see. Only Murders in the Building did a silent episode. This is on Hulu with Steve Martin and Martin Short. The episode was from the point of view of Nathan Lane's son, who's Nathan Lane's son in the show, who's deaf, and so it was kind of everything was taken from his point of view. It was interesting, but as I told somebody else I do a podcast with, you can't do cute, weird, eccentric, fun, different episodes until at least season 3. About the time you're plotting on whether or not we need to have another baby is the time that you can do the musical number episode where it's all sung and, or, it's in black and white, or so
agreed.
It's too early. On The Circle, James won. Boo. I didn't like James. I wanted Daddy Nick to win. It was a crime. Either Daddy Nick or Matthew, one or the other. And neither one, and I'm not happy about it. Let's see. Amazing vacation rentals on Netflix. Anybody who likes, seeing, I don't know, not vacation, just kind of like vacation ideas, I guess is the best way to put it. This is 3 young people, and they travel all around the world going to different vacation rentals. These aren't hotels. These are like a house in the Bahamas that's $15,000 a night, but it comes with a private chef. They've got a wine cellar for you. It's on completely on an island, all self-contained. Or you can go to a town in near Palm Springs that's an old set from a Western, like a Halloween Western scene, and it's all the sets are still up, and you can rent that and hang out there for a vacation, and that's $500 a night. So
nice.
So it's fun. Let's see. No, go on there. I finished Squid Game last night. That's the new Netflix show, which, by the way, Netflix is saying it's so popular that it's reduced the band. The bandwidth. The bandwidth in South Korea so much that it's fucking them up because everybody's watching the show. And they said that within a couple weeks, it's going to be the biggest show they've ever had on Netflix. It's so popular. I didn't care much for the ending because it makes kind of feels like, so there's going to be a Squid Game 2. Let's see. Survivor is it's slowed down a bit because first week they got off 2 people. The second week they only did 1, so it's more normal pacing. Because I don't want all these shows to be over with so fast. Stop reducing the number of episodes. I mean, I don't have to have 23, but I don't want 10.
Right. I get it.
Let's see. Masked Singer, the person they got, unmasked. I have no idea who they are. Everybody seemed to know who they were, but I had no idea. Sean had no idea. It was some rapper and it was funny because Jenny McCarthy said, "I'm not really sure who this is, but I'm pretty sure it's one of the Lils. Little Nas, little Brutus, little this. They're all little guys. Titles. So that was very funny. Let's see. No. Family Guy and Simpsons are back, which is nice. Simpsons is still. This week it wasn't too bad. I'm just glad that they're back with the family because we spent so much time getting to know the rest of the town after 32 years. Now we're getting back to the Simpsons. So, a new show, LABREA, started up. It is. There's a earthquake in the LABREA tar pits in Los Angeles, and it opens up this big sinkhole. And so what happens is we're following characters that have fallen into the sinkhole, which actually goes to a different dimension, same area, different dimension. And then the people who know those people going, they're down there. I feel they're down there and they're alive. So it's going to be interesting. I think it'll be probably the first show that they pull out after the Ordinary Joe. show. NBC, they love to cancel shows.
Yeah.
And let's see, the British baking shows on, episode 2 already, and that was fun. And that I think is it for me. I'm making soup as we speak, or broth, stock, bone broth, and let's see. Other than that, what exciting? That's about it.
Sweet. Good. All sounds like fun stuff. Well, some of it sounds like fun stuff. That one show sounds crazy. The Korean one or whatever it was.
Oh yeah, it is. It's crazy.
So, okay. Well, as for me, let's start out with the mom update. Mom is doing good. She's doing very good, and she is raring to go, if you know what I mean. She's getting a little cabin feverish, and she's wanting to try out her sea legs by taking the car over to the shop and getting it taken care of. So we'll see how that goes. I think she'll be absolutely fine. I'm just really impressed with how amazing she's doing. So, and then the aftermath, shall we call it, with the father stuff, I guess we recorded 2 days after it happened. So it's now been like, what, 9 days. Things are still kind of weird. And I'm still having moments of just this weird processing thing going on. But let's see. So I was very happy to have the help of, okay, so I don't know how much I went into this on the last show. So I was his primary caretaker for everything, and I'm his technically next of kin. Well, I mean, I am his next of kin, but technically he was still married to his wife, which he has not seen his wife in well over 10 years. I have kept in touch with her a little bit, but they were never divorced. So technically, there's a bunch of stuff that she had to be brought in to take care of. Now, of course, she has been through a lot of health problems, including a very bad car accident several years ago that left her to where she is on oxygen full time and she can't really get around that well. So I had the help of her mom, who is the same age as my father was, and yet could run circles around him. I mean, she is just amazing. You would not have any freaking clue she was in her 70s. So she went with me to the cemetery, and we took care of all the paperwork and everything, sent paperwork digitally to his wife so that she could take care of signing off some papers. And when it came, I'm sitting there at the table, like transferring every cent I have into my bank account so that I can make sure that I can cover everything. And then her mom plops down a card and says, nope, his wife is taking care of all of it. So his wife took care of everything. So financially, except for certain things like the obituary and stuff like that, which I'm taking care of. But so blown away by that. They have been so supportive and so helpful. His mom has taken me to places. Actually, she took me this morning over to the rehab center that he had been in to pick up all his possessions and stuff that were there. So that's one of the reasons I gave them a shout out, is because they've just been absolutely amazing with this. So we did opt to have him. He is going to be in a veteran, whatever you call it, cemetery, whatever. So he gets all that stuff. He's going to get a flag thing done by the Navy, since he was in the Navy, and they'll present it to his wife if she's able to be there, because like I said, her health is sometimes not allowing her to go out. And then he will be interned. He will not be in the ground. He will be in one of those like wall things, which I've always thought those were kind of neat. So he's going to be in that, and he likes people. So there'll be a lot of people that walk by those.
Well, it's for cremation, so it's not like the full body inside the
right.
the vault.
Yeah. It'll be for cremation, and so the only thing is I will have to go pick up his ashes when it is done. But it actually won't be done for like 3 weeks. Not only, I guess, whatever paperwork or whatever, but because there's so much going on with COVID and everything. I mean, these places are swamped. I mean, we don't hear about it as much, that thing, but they're swamped with everything that's going on. So, and and that reminds me that my uncle, one of my uncles, and his wife went to a wedding and then came back with COVID. So, yay, they're not doing super well with that.
Were they vaccinated?
He was vaxxed. He had to be for his job. She did not. So we'll see what happens there. So dad stuff, other than that, I have been mostly going in his room and sitting there for several hours at a time, going through Horde. And I cannot tell you how disgusting it is. Not, I mean, disgusting in a way that there are probably 4 or 5 years worth of bird dander and just and bug stuff from when he had Lizard, the bearded dragon, in there, and would give them bugs, and then some of the bugs would turn into moths and fly around the room and hatch and shit. So I'm only in there for a couple hours before I have to leave. So now, but the bird is gone. So the original owner of the bird got in touch and said, if you need to rehome him, let me know, because I'll take him back. And so I said, yes, please. And so yesterday the bird went to the original owner, and she was a very nice woman, her and her husband. And so I'm very glad that the bird is gone, because that poor thing has spent at least 4 years, if not more, stuck in a cage. It was a decent sized cage in this dark room with nothing. Like, he had one playmate who died about 2 years ago, and that's it. Since then, he's had a mirror, and I swear sometimes I hear him sitting in front of that mirror going, "Take me to Narnia, Mr. Tumnus." And so it's just
2 o'clock. 2 o'clock.
Anyway, okay, that's nice. Thank you for that. So it's a mess. So I've been watching some Halloween episodes of different sitcoms on YouTube. One of them I came across was the 1977 Addams Family Halloween TV movie that was absolutely dreadful, but had so many celebrities from that time period. It was worth the watch just to see all them. And then because in honor of the bird going yesterday, I watched The Birds last night, which was very fun. I've watched it probably 3 times, and I swear every time I watch it, it's like watching it new, because I've forgotten half the shit that happens. But
no.
Well, that, and like all the crows are all over the damn schoolyard. Suzanne Flechette's, dead, and she's like, oh, don't leave her there. I'm like, are you fucking kidding? Leave the body. Get in the car. Who cares? Fucking run. It's just.
Well, didn't they just drag her in the house and shut the door?
Well, no, he put a jacket on her over her, like set her on the porch or something. Maybe he did put her inside. I don't know.
Well, she was
But
on the porch already, remember? And she just flopped there like it
yeah, her
was
legs are in
like,
the air. She's all
well, yeah, she looked like some kind of whore just
yeah.
laying there. No
And then
wonder
that
she got her eyes plucked out, huh?
actually she didn't. When the guy, the original, the guy, the male corpse had his eyes plucked out, but if hers, there you could see she had her eye open, staring. You could, she still had her eye. And I
Oh,
was
okay.
like, well, then how the hell did anyway? So I don't know, but the whole thing was just, it was fun and it still stands up. I still think it's a good movie and worth a watch, but there was also moments where I kind of giggled. Then I ended up watching, since I had to subscribe to Showtime to watch that for a free 7-day trial because, you know, I'm not going to pay the $4, right? So I went ahead and watched 1917, which I've been wanting to watch for a while. And oh my God, what a depressing fucking movie.
It's just it's what I don't understand the point of it.
Yeah, it's very much war porn and how gross can we be. Now, granted, it's realistic and I'm not knocking that because I mean that's how fucking horrible war was. But it really felt to me like just I was so emotionally worn out. Actually, toward the end of the movie, when he wasn't interacting with anyone, I was clicking the 10-second ahead jump over and over because I'm like, I'm not sitting here for another
Well,
fucking
first of all,
45
the
minutes
movie is
watching
very
this.
boring, and you know I have a problem when I'm looking forward to more people being killed because at least something's happening.
Yeah,
You know, I
I'll
don't
go with
need a
that.
war yak movie.
Yeah,
Blah 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 blah. That whole opening scene was. Are they off to see the wizard? Fuck this shit.
yeah. The actually, I thought the first like 40 minutes or so until the well, that's a spoiler. Somebody might not have seen it yet. I thought up until that certain point at the farm um, was actually really well done. But after that, I was just so like, ugh, get
What
on with it.
didn't they have like bikes they could ride or you know
Something.
something?
Yeah.
Call an Uber. I don't
Right.
know. It's just
Yeah.
you don't
So,
want to watch somebody walk across France.
yeah, yeah, no, well, actually, that's one thing is they had one line where they're like they were looking over the land and like this is what everybody's dying for, and it's like yeah, ugh. Anyway, I also watched Mr. Toad and Ichabod Crane, which is a Disney cartoon from like the 70s, and I remember I wanted to watch it again because I remember the Ichabod Crane one scaring the hell out of me as a child, and it still was kind of a little spooky for me. Just because of that memory, but it was fun. The Mr. Toad part, I barely remembered it, but it was fun too. Um, and then Simpsons Tree House of Horror. I've watched 6 episodes of it now. I'm gonna try to make it through all of them.
On
And
Disney Plus.
yes,
Yes.
Disney Plus. It's
Yeah,
got a
they
lot
have
of
a
fun stuff.
whole Halloween area on Disney Plus
They do.
with movies and episodic television Halloween episodes like you like to watch.
Yeah.
And then other shows, you know, cartoons and stuff that are Halloween based and
Yep.
everything in one nice package. They do a really good.
Yes. And what's really nice is you can type in Halloween and fun things come up instead of just the Halloween movies over and over. I'm just like, I don't want to see that shit. Anyway, and then finally I watched Toy Story of Terror, which was started out really cute, and by the end I was like, really? And I thought your ending could be more spectacular than that, but still, it was just a fun little short. So if you like Toy Story, go watch it. All right, we
You
want to
know,
remind
Hulu
what?
has also has a Huluween area on their website. So that has what you're not seeing on Disney, you can go see on Hulu. They've done a good job too.
Oh, that's cool. I'll definitely check that actually. And if you want to watch if you like just watching the Halloween episodes, go check it. Just type in Halloween sitcoms on YouTube, and there's several different lists that pop up, and there's a lot of fun memories in those.
Yeah, everybody wants to see the Jeffersons Halloween. It's just, you know.
Well, actually, it's funny because I'm watching a bunch of shows that I've never seen before. I watched Soul Man. Remember Soul Man with Dan Aykroyd?
No.
It was probably nobody else does either, but it was a sitcom that didn't last long, and it was actually kind of fun. But at the end, I was like, I understand why this got canceled. All right, we want to remind you to be loud, be proud, be too much, and to be you, especially at Halloween. Fat Marker Clothing wants those of us who have been told that we're too much of something to turn those negatives into positives. And you can do that by going over to fatmarkerclothing.com and using the code FMWildChub to get 20% off anything while ordering at the website. Advice. Would you like to hear some advice? Here we go. Well, this comes from Dear Prudie, like the good Dear Prudie. All right. We recently moved abroad and will stay there for 3 years. Our 4-year-old son's name has an unfortunate meaning with the local tongue. It's a common word, but unflattering for a child. Think jelly or rat. And he's getting teased. He's been learning to laugh it off, and it's getting steadily better. But the teacher recently suggested he pick a new name. And since then, it's teacher said, and I want to change my name. I think the teacher is way out of line. He's being teased, not excluded or bullied. Am I being too hard on my son?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, if he wants to change his name, it's because, well, I can give you an example. This was before I was born, but my sister was, when my folks were living in England, my sister was sent to the principal because she called my brother a booger. Well, they thought she was calling him a bugger, which is basically, child molester.
Fucking somebody up the ass.
Yeah. And so my parents are going, no, booger, like in your nose, booger. And they go, well, that's not what I think it was a bus driver heard. So yeah, I mean, you're in a different country, and if you need to change it up a bit, change it up a bit. What's the kid's name? Think jelly or rat? What does that mean?
Yeah. Like the name would translate to like rat or jelly.
I don't get it.
Well, it's kind of like how one of the name Fanny, and yet in Britain, in England, Fanny means pussy.
No, it means ass.
No.
Okay.
Fanny here means ass.
No,
but over there, Fanny means pussy. Right.
Okay.
So anyway, so when somebody's named Fanny, like Fanny Bryce or something, they tend to giggle a bit. Like fanny packs, they giggle. Anyway, I let him. Why not? If it's bothering him that much, even if the teacher was the one to suggest it and not you, let him change his name for a bit.
Well, give him a different, if his name is Thomas, and that means something else, have him called Tom or Tommy, or there's variations on names that are still the same name. I mean, you got Maddie, you got Matthew, you got Matt, you got Hey You,
Doormat, Matt Pat. Matt Pat sat on a hat, killed a cat, couldn't get through the bathroom door. Yeah, I heard it all.
Terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, okay. So, Dear Prudie says, so imagine showing up to your new office, introducing yourself around, and ignoring the startled looks and sniggers when it turns out that your name means large bottom in the local parlance. The teacher is not suggesting changing your son's birth certificate, but making a tweak so that he doesn't have to have the burden of spending the next 3 years in misery. I think she has made a great suggestion, and you and your husband and your child can figure out if he wants a brand new nickname for this venture abroad, or if he wants to transpose a few letters to his given name. Give your son the opportunity of to have a name that means Viking warrior and not rat jelly? I know. My name is Rat Jelly. Actually, I'd be like, that's kind of cool. Are you punk? Anyway, well, that's from Dear Prudie over at slate.com. Go check them out and support them and all that good stuff. Hey, Chubs, what age did you stop trick-or-treating?
I think it was 13.
Hmm.
Because I think I was trick-or-treating through like junior high, or maybe it was right at junior high that I kind of stopped.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I remember the last time I'd gone out, it was, it's the year that you don't, wear costumes anymore.
Yeah.
Just go out with a pillowcase and you're hoping for the best. And one of the guys up the block said, "Oh, what are you dressed as? The fat man at the circus?"
Oh,
That was my last time.
that was probably his last time too, as you used that.
Oh no, he died of a heart
him.
attack. No, he died of a heart attack that year.
Oh, well, anyway.
Yeah.
I think probably I was, the last time I went out was maybe 9, possibly 10, but I think it was 9. Yeah. So anyway, hey Chubs, Bruce Springsteen or Rick Springfield?
Wait, what?
Bruce Springsteen or Rick Springfield?
I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah, that doesn't do anything for me.
I'll go with Rick. I thought he was pretty cool. Well, I mean, they're both okay, but
yeah, I mean, that's I don't care.
okay. All right, it's time for a trivia question, and our trivia question is, hey Tom, what is Madonna's net worth?
Let's see. Madonna's net worth, I would say probably something in the higher 200 millions.
Okay, that's a pretty good guess. A little bit more. Actually, 850 million.
Wow, good for her. That's a lot more.
Yeah. See, I actually expected it to be higher, but then I guess everything outgoing and then incoming,
Well, and she's had a few divorces.
Yeah.
So
one that was deservedly so.
I mean, like because I look up net worth all the time. And it's really strange to think that, like people who are on television, some of them don't have $1 million.
I know. Isn't that weird? It just
like for instance, I like to look up celebrity chefs, and you'll get your Bobby Flays and your Guy Fieri that have a little bit more going on, but then Alex Gordicelli, who's I love, she's just over $1 million, and she owns a restaurant. She's got 3 different shows that she's on Food Channel. I don't get it how that kind of net worth works. It was surprising.
Julia Child's net worth is $50 million.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, who had a net worth of $50 million at the time of her death? And for that time period, that was
that's really good. But she did have the book that everybody talked about, and who knows? Maybe she got that. Maybe she got a lot of money from her show. Yeah, maybe she had a smart lawyer or agent that actually got her paid.
Right. Yeah. I was thinking maybe she got some money from being a spy. She was a well-rounded person. All right. Hey, well, what's in your lunchbox? Mr. Moose wrote in and said, here's what's in my box. Travel day, so eating sandwiches in airports. This is buttermilk battered chicken with cheese, aioli, red and yellow tomato slices, buffalo sauce. Really good. All right. And then we have something here. What do we have?
Deviled eggs.
Hubby ordered deviled eggs as a snack while drinking some beer. He said these were good.
Yeah, I'm just wondering. Now, hopefully they weren't getting on a plane or something, because
Oh,
I know after I've had deviled eggs, I don't want to
yeah.
be locked away anywhere. And a beer on top of that, yikes! But these look beautiful.
Yeah, let's get on a
Yeah.
plane after that. And then we have ordered fish and chips for lunch, crispy cod and fries. Now that looks really good to me. I really want some fish and chips.
Well, the thing is, I've given up on great fish. I mean, chips.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah.
If I can find a really good chicken, and I have found a good fish place here in town.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, it's over near Trader Joe's on Folsom Boulevard, and it's like diagonal from them, and it is so good. The fish is, first of all, the fish planks are about this long.
Wow.
I mean, they're like long, and the batter is beautiful, and it cooks up really nicely. I prefer my own tartar sauce, so I bring it home and make my own. But oh, it's really good, and you get 2 planks for it's like $10, which is cheap for fish and chips.
Sounds
Especially when they're this long.
Yeah. Oh, that's huge. Huge.
Yeah, I mean, because these are, you can tell these are smaller size pieces of fish. Fabulous looking, but yeah, small. So yeah.
Well, if you want to check out these photos, just go over to our Facebook page, facebook.com/chubsgonewild, and you can check those out. Thank you, Mr. Moose.
Oh, speaking of him, first of all, why does he have to make me so hungry every episode? And second of all, did you see the new greeter at his house?
No, I don't.
Oh, you got to check out his Facebook page.
Okay.
Well, you can't today.
Yeah.
But it's this giant Halloween thing, and I said, "Oh my God, it's so big!" And not one person said, "Yeah, that's what she or he said."
Oh, well.
Just pointing that, but it was huge. Oh my God, the man is crazy to have that. I hope, I'm actually hoping that he just saw it somewhere else and it's not really in his house, because I don't know that I could sleep with that thing in the house.
Wow.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah. Well, if Facebook ever comes back, I'll have to check it out.
Definitely check it out.
Yeah. Or maybe he's posted it on his Twitter or something. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I saw the photos of him in his tight little clothes and on that sign. Did you see those?
Oh yeah.
So cute. All right. What we got next here? Okay, so a word from our sponsor. Currently, goodness, I can do that. Currently, LGBTQ people of color in America have a disproportionately high rate of new HIV infections. Golden Rule Services of Sacramento, along with the HIV Planning Council, want you to know about an important tool in preventing you from contracting HIV. Pre-exposure prophylaxis, aka PrEP, is a medication proven to be 99% effective when preventing HIV infection. To learn more about PrEP, call your local sexual health clinic. To find out more about Golden Rule Services, visit sacgrs.org. And that brings us to the close of another amazing show. So send us an email at chubsgonewild@gmail.com. Leave us a comment at chubsgonewild.com. Like us on Facebook if it ever comes up at facebook.com/chubsgonewild. Please consider becoming a patron of the show for as little as $1 a month over at patreon.com/mattburlingame. Find Tom's movie and TV reviews over at swannerandjudd.com. Find their podcast in iTunes or in iHeartRadio. Find out more about my books over at justkisstheguy.com and check out my other podcast at biggaysex.com. Watch the videos of this show at youtube.com/C/Matthew Burlingame, or just go over to YouTube and search Chubs Gone Wild. Oh, excuse me. Oh, and give us a call at
408-69 Chubs.
Yes, Queen. I'm so excited. I feel like Jonathan Van Ness. I'm so excited. No, I'm not really.
Oh yeah, you're not excited because Anthony left you for some whore.
That's true. But I've still got my beautiful hair and my
Thank
fashion sense and all my friends and apparently some really good food. Yeah. But for me, I've got a physical therapy appointment for my mom, a nurse for my mom, and then I've got several hours of cleaning in my father's room before it's time to jump into the bed sack. What you do up to this afternoon?
I'm making bone broth and taking a nap.
Oh, that sounds nice too. All right. Thanks again for joining us, and we will catch you next week. Bye.
Bye.